Hello and welcome back to some more Kerbal Space Program with me, the Green Dragon. So, now that we have built our space station, I believe it is time we actually crewed it to bring it fully online. To that end, and hopefully this launch of the long-range crew vehicle will not explode on the launch pad. Here we go. Alright, we are good. Excellent. Throttle down a bit, make sure our main cells don't explode in a fiery explosion of death and failure. And okay, I think I had a problem where one of the... What probe, what? Where's that from? I hope it's not from this one. No, it can't be. The nuclear engine is still attached and the probe is between that and the fuel tank. Anyway, yeah, I had a few frustrating moments trying to launch this thing. Don't worry about it, it's cool, it was just annoying. Anyway, Tomley and Lamdan Kerman are going to Duna, and once there we'll have one more video, or maybe two, showing off the reusable lander in 1 or 2 flights. We'll see. But for now we need to get our guys out there, and Scott Manley says turn at 10,000, not at 13,000 like I've been doing. So let's turn right now. Okay, when I pass 14,000 I turn to 45 degrees and we can just, I believe, burn like, well, we'll have to turn further actually, but for now we can burn like that and we should be fine. This thing has been, yeah, I had a different launcher for this, so it's kind of a new design, but I figured I could optimize it some because that launcher kinda sucked. So I went with a simpler design with just, you know, 8 orange tanks plus main cells and, you know, screw the screwing around. It's not really necessary, and yeah, it was a really messy design if you think about it. I mean, I love the several T-45s below a large tank setup, but ooh, darling, and actually this is designed with a fuck ton of RCS as a reserve, so really that bit which we, well, we'll be able to leave that station mostly equipped with pretty much everything. And we won't have to do a refueling mission for a good long time, or ever, since I have no intention of actually using it. And, well, I will build a space station, maybe, or a ground station, probably on Duna or on Ike or somewhere once 0.19 comes out, because there will be a lot more resource on 0.19 and we'll be able to mine stuff and make fuel and do other cool stuff. So my intention is to build a refueling station or two, somewhere where you can really work on things, and maybe we'll build a proper mothership, the kind that can replenish its resources on other planets. But for now we need to enter the magical realm of 4x physical time warp, where wondrous and terrible things sometimes happen. Okay, so the final stage is 4 of these tanks radially attached and 1 half-sized, well, 1 X216 fuel tank. You know, they're really the small but not entirely tiny one. Anyway, that spreads the detachable weight around so that both stages have about the same amount of delta V. So yeah. Or at least so the Kerbal engineers tells me. I personally don't really know. But anyway, soon enough we will have ourselves a neat little escape trajectory. We're still low enough down, I believe, to take some advantage of the Obert effect. Not that we have that much thrust, but we have enough. When we enter Duna's sphere of influence, I'll probably dump the radial fuel tanks. They're not really necessary. And yeah, you get the idea. As for an escape vehicle from the station, well, the lander should be capable of parachuting down and landing on Kerbin as well. I mean, if it managed to... Well, it should be able to land in one piece is what I'm getting at. On almost any of the planets that have an atmosphere, except maybe Jool. So, if the crew need to escape, they will use the lander to escape, so we're not gonna have a dedicated escape vehicle for emergencies like we did in our Kerbin space station. But, well, you get the idea. And let's hope we get a decent intercept. I think I have a decent angle, inclination-wise, for Kerbin and Duna, say about 25-30 degrees. That should be good. I mean, it should be slightly less, but it should be good. Okay, Duna is not or is it? Alright. And closest approach, separation is going down. Oh, thank God we'll get an intersect. Excellent. No crazy orbiting forever and ever and ever. That is... okay, that's about as close as we can get it like that. Okay, so... ooh, 90 days, ouch. Although I'm not gonna mess with the nodes too much, it doesn't really matter, and we'll have enough fuel to do whatever adjustments we need, since this is a one-way trip. The long-range crew transfer vehicle is designed to be able to get crews pretty far, like out to Jool far, and then possibly return, at least from some destinations. But in this case, it's a one-way trip, so there is no need to save fuel. And yeah, definitely ditching these. I mean, not much use, are they? Right, and here we are coming in a bit from the north, so let's burn southwards here just to get ourselves a better approach. That is going down, kill that, and it's starting to go up, which means it's as close as it's gonna get. Now I can't tell from here which way we're gonna come in. Well, actually it might be a 90-degree orbit, and well, even if it isn't, we can adjust that relatively easily, come to think about it. Well, whatever. In any case, it should not be a particular problem. Yes, that is looking good. I'm thinking that in my future space stations, unless DSS is fixed in the next version, I will leave only one of the powerful capsules online. And if that means that I have a lander with a proper capsule and the crew is otherwise only stored in Hitchhiker's storage bays, well, that's the way it's gotta be then. Are we in a... nope, that's a 270 orbit, isn't it? Let's... yep. Right, let's kill off a bunch of our speed. And yeah, at this point, goodbye. Let's speed this bit up somewhat by using... well, by carrying less weight with us. And more trash for the deep space. Fun times, eh? That is going way up. Resources are looking good. Should have 3,500 meters of delta V in this, and that should be more than enough to do a proper rendezvous, even with all the inclination and other changes. In fact, I might wish to target this from... No? Okay. Okay, and that's a bending and somewhat more that away. Right. Yes, you don't much like that. Okay, let's kill that time warp thing. Whoa. Okay, interesting. Hello, like zero inclination. Jesus fucking Ike! Jeez! Crap, I did not... Well, it was bound to happen sooner or later, but Jesus, that thing is fucking annoying. Am I in orbit? No, I'm not. The game is being weird. Okay, let's drop real low down and screw that annoying little moon. 1 degree. Alright, we can definitely fix that relatively easily. For exit. And dropping low down. Whoa! That's some trippy crap right there, I think. Okay. Okay, bring that up to a manageable amount. And we'll need to burn ever so. Damn, that's like real. That requires very little delta V, surprisingly. I mean, surprisingly little. I expected it would be at least a bit more than that, but apparently not. Not that I'm complaining, even though I kind of am. I'm not. I don't mind. Less fuel being spent. We're good. We're most definitely good. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Don't be a bitch. There we go, darling. There we go, you sweet thing. Okay. Actually, we need to burn slower to have more control. Good enough. Good enough. Okay, now at our periapsis we will do another burn to get us a close pass with our thingy. Then we will dock, transfer over the crew. Hello. That looks pretty close. But that would give us a lot of relative speed once we came into it, so that won't do, I'm afraid. Okay, and... Okay, on the next pass, maybe... Yeah, I think it has to be on this one. Also willing to risk not getting that close an encounter. Actually, screw it. I think it will do one more, like, revolution, that marker I mean, before we, you know. Yeah, here we go, we're good. Now let's get a nice close encounter thingy. So we might have to kill like 200, 300 of relative speed, but we should be able to do that relatively easily. Well, actually no, not that much. Well, 100. So, almost. So, kind of, but not really. Let's in fact adjust our heading so that we're coming straight at the target, like that. I'm essentially pushing my retrograde marker towards the target in order to get a closer pass, which means that on the other side the prograde marker is getting closer to the... This is the anti-target marker. But you know what I mean. Anyway, 100 meters. Excellent. That's exactly what we want. Now, let's be ready to do our braking burn and then... Hello, Mr. Whoa! Jesus Christ, lag spike. What the fuck? That was not fair. That was not fucking fair. I mean, seriously, what the fuck, game? Okay. We do not want or need to go in too quickly, but... So, 1.6 ought to do just fine. And after we get nice and close, we can switch over to the RCS and we'll be fine on that. We'll transfer one of the crew members into the habitat, another into the lander, and then in the next video we'll test out the lander. Okay. That is the living module right there. It should be moved by pretty okay. Excellent. Actually, that is really good. Me like it. Let's kill the speed. And crap, I can't see anything like that. But in any case, yes, we'll have to point towards the planet. Okay. Open shield. Have to move slightly towards that to align ourselves. We'll point ourselves at 70 degrees or so. Well, actually no, 75 sounds about right. Well, 80. There we go. Like that ought to be good. Turn the RCS off to conserve fuel, no reason to be wasteful. Push ahead to come in properly, align ourselves, and I believe we should be relatively okay-ish. Yes, I believe we are okay. But I suppose we will see. Okay. About now. Okay. I think we're good. There we go. And why are you not docking? There you are. We are docked. Excellent. Okay, in. And now we refill all of the RCS. Yes, I believe we will be able to refill almost all of it. Out. Can see the camera shifting slightly. That's the center of mass altering itself. Nothing to be concerned about. Everything is fine. Turn the ship slightly to be properly oriented. Use the time warp to cheat. You know, to kill all the wobble. That's the lander, that's the RCS there. Okay, out. Okay. Yes, almost full. We'll manage to get this almost full. Well, actually, no, we won't, because there are more RCS tanks on the habitat module, aren't there? But more than 50%, so that should be pretty good. There should be another RCS tank there, and there is. Right. Okay, I'm gonna wait until we are on the daylight side before I start doing crew transfer operations. So that ought to be good. There is a bit more RCS here. I'm gonna leave the tiniest amount just to give us a tiny nudge away from the station when we are deorbiting this thing. You know, in the ship, but other than that, everything goes on the station. Okay, and stop, that ought to be enough. And let's take a good look of this thing in daylight. There we are. If I rotated it that way, if I did this, I might get more power. And Haxors. Yeah, that big fuel tank. It would be good if we had either a smaller fuel tank in future versions, you know, if we plan the weight for such rotation so that things are more balanced. And stronger connections would help too, I suppose. That no. Not really, no. Yeah, and this way it can't rotate to take full advantage of the power it is getting the way we want it to. It has to be like this. Okay. Yeah, this thing does not want to stabilize. But, alright. So. Son of a. And I was thinking that I need to make sure to have my craft properly rotated in order to make this easier. Okay. One on board there. Oh crap. Damn it. I'm a moron sometimes. It is properly oriented. My brain isn't. Come on. Well, since we are right here. Come on, forwards. Forwards ever so slightly. Grab and board. And crew hatch, Lemden. Let go. RCS on. And drift sideways. Back sideways. Forwards. Up a tiny amount I said. And okay, almost. There we go. The peoples are docked. Tomley and Lemden are now trapped here. Well, not really, they have the lander to escape in, but... In fact, I might do a mission where they return to Kerbin, supposedly after many years of studying Duna. But for now, let's deorbit the space trash. Okay. There we go. And it's a deorbiting. 4x. And there we go. We are down. Switch. Yeah, no, too far. And this flight, since it would smash into the ground anyway, and there. Okay. Okay, so here it is. Working and nicely operational. So, control from here, rename. Yeah, nope. DSS, that's what you are. Okay. Okay, there we are. There we are. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you guys at a later date for the next 2 or maybe even 3 missions. We'll do one lander mission to show that, then we'll assume that they have studied stuff for a long time, and then we'll bring them home. And we'll leave it at that. So, yeah. See you guys